is what Punjabis are.
100%.
And that's why we're here as well.
Definitely, to be very honest, we ਸਾਡਾ ਮੱਕਾ ਮਦੀਨਾ ਹੀ ਇੱਥੇ
Yeah.
ਨਨਕਾਣਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਪੰਜਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਕਰਤਾਰਪੁਰ ਕੋਰੀਡੋਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਾਹੌਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. So there are a lot of things to be explored.
Hello and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to PhysioWell podcast series. Today, the guest that I have in my studios is basically from India. He lives in Australia. He is a citizen of Australia. He is in Pakistan nowadays, visiting Lahore. So much more in my episode. And he is also a real estate agent and he owns a business called Modern Agency in Australia, Perth. Don't forget to watch this episode till the end. All the best. Hello, Raman. How are you?
Very good, thank you. First of all, thanks for having me today.
Thank you for taking out time for us.
No, absolutely. I feel very privileged, especially to coming to the Lahore and you just within 1 minute you just say yes. That's really hats off to you.
Obviously, a guest like you, we are always really happy and ready to grab them.
Yeah, no, so pleasure.
Yeah. Okay, so Raman, please tell us about your background a little bit so that my audience can know about you, and then we'll start our formal interview.
Surely. Look, myself, Raman Singh Ahluwalia. So, as you can see the saying, I'm from India, Punjab se hoon. So, I migrated to Australia in 2005. It's been a long journey, and since 2005, I'm living in Australia. I will zigzag Sydney to Perth, Perth to New Zealand, and New Zealand to back to the Perth. So, yeah, finally, from 2012, continuously living in Perth. Yeah.
And now in Lahore, Pakistan.
Yeah, right now I'm in Lahore, which is the city. Jine Lahore dekhya nahi aur jamya nahi. Finally I can say.
So finally, tusi jam gaye ho.
Exactly. This is a word to say, to be honest. Yeah. Most livable city, I would say. Bhi jine Lahore nahi dekhya, sachi nahi jamya hai.
Okay. So Raman, how come you came to Pakistan? What inspired you? And what was the attraction that you decided, okay, now I have to visit Lahore?
ਤੁਸੀਂ question ਜੋ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ, this is very close to my heart, to be very honest. In 2003, so ਅਸੀਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਸੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਇੰਟਰ ਕਾਲਜ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਡਰਾਮਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਡਰਾਮਾ I love drama and at that time I was selected in a drama to go to Islamabad. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਿਆ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਪਰਫਾਰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੀ. ਐਨੀਹੂ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੂਰੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਿਪੇਅਰ ਕੀਤਾ, ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਕੀਤਾ. ਲਾਸਟ ਮਿੰਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਸਿੱਕ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਪਾਇਆ. ਸੋ ਉਦੋਂ ਦੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਸੀਗੀ ਪਰ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਰੂਹ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਉਹ ਸੀ ਕਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਵੀ I want to go to Pakistan, I want to see over there, I want to meet the people because I do remember when they came to Punjab, ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਉਦੋਂ we was like just had a fun, one of my best time in my life. ਵੀ ਉਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਕੀਤਾ ਇਸਲਾਮਾਬਾਦ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਲਚਰਲ ਇਵੈਂਟਸ ਕੀਤੇ, ਸਕਿਟ ਕੀਤੀ. that was top class, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਸਕੀਏ top class ਸੀਗਾ. तो उदों दी कशिश सीगी भी आना ही आना जो मर्जी हो जाए.
तो अब आके कैसा लग रहा है, कैसा पसंद आया, आपके एक्सपेक्टेशन पूरा होता है पाकिस्तान?
देखो, एक्सपेक्टेशंस हर बंदे ਦੀਆਂ ਨਾ ਇੱਕ ਲਿਮਿਟ ਤੱਕ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ. ਹੁਣ ਇੱਕ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਕਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਸੀ. ਦੂਸਰਾ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਬੀਇੰਗ ਅ ਸਿੱਖ, ਟੂ ਬੀ ਵੈਰੀ ਓਨੈਸਟ, ਵੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੱਕਾ ਮਦੀਨਾ ਹੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈ. ਨਨਕਾਣਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਪੰਜਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਕਰਤਾਰਪੁਰ ਕੋਰੀਡੋਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਾਹੌਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. ਸੋ ਦੇਰ ਆਰ ਲੋਟ ਆਫ ਥਿੰਗਸ ਟੂ ਬੀ ਐਕਸਪਲੋਰ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਬੀਇੰਗ ਅ ਸਿੱਖ ਡਿਵੋਟੀ. ਸੋ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਇੱਕ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਟਾਈਪ ਦੀ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਵਾਈਬਸ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ, when I landed, I was like literally surprised. I felt like ਮੈਂ ਲਾਹੌਰ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੈਂ ਜੇ ਸੱਚੀ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਂ, ਲਾਈਕ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਵਰਲਡ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਐਡਵਾਂਸ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਂ. ਵੀ people are so lovable, to be honest, so respectful, the way they speak, the way they act, the way there is no horn pollution, I would say. To be very honest, as compared to which I was expecting, there is no horn pollution.
Okay, you are the, I think, only one maybe who is saying this.
Look, there is a horn pollution everywhere in the country, है ना? But ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ expectation ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਚੀ ਸੀ, ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ੀਰੋ ਹੈ. ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸੀਗਾ, look, ਮੈਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਡੀਅנס ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੂੰਗਾ ਵੀ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਟ, ਟਿਕਟੌਕ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਵੀਡੀਓਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਡੋਂਟ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਔਨ ਦੈਟ.
ਯੈਸ ਪਲੀਜ਼.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਯੂ ਨੀਡ ਟੂ ਐਕਸਪਲੋਰ ਇਟ to give your views rather than to be depending on other views, which is a mistake. which is normally we follow it.
Yeah.
So ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੱਬਰ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਰਾਹ ਵੀ ਆਪ ਲੱਭਦਾ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਬੱਬਰ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਬਣੋ ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਰਸਤਾ ਆਪ ਲੱਭੋ TikTok ਦੀ ਵੀਡੀਓਜ਼ ਤੇ ਐਕਸਪਲੋਰ ना करो।
बिल्कुल, क्योंकि उसमें एवरी काइंड ऑफ पर्सन
Negativity।
होता है और फिर इतना एक्सपोजर कुछ लोगों का होता है, कुछ लोगों का नहीं होता। So maybe
100%। देखो सबसे बड़ी बात ये है अभी हर बंदे के अपने व्यूज हैं, सो दे आर गिविंग द व्यूज अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर है ना आईक्यू लेवल। सो उनका आईक्यू लेवल जितना है, अब देखिए जब अब अगर आपकी कंट्री को कुछ चीजें यहाँ पे अकॉर्डिंग टू यू मे बी नॉट, यू नो डजंट मीन यू गोना जस्ट एक्सप्लोर इट ओनली दैट पार्ट ऑफ दैट। ठीक है, 90% या 80% अगर कोई पॉजिटिव है ना, आप पॉजिटिविटी को देखिए, नेगेटिविटी को देखकर कभी भी तरक्की नहीं हो सकती।
बिल्कुल सही बात किया।
ठीक है ना, अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी ऑलवेज लुक अराउंड 10% 20% व्हिच इज लाइक
गलतियां ढूंढते हैं।
जी बिल्कुल, जी बिल्कुल। तो बाकी टू बी ऑनेस्ट आई एम लविंग इट।
So thank God you are loving it, we're glad and we hope कि आपका बाकी का भी जो ट्रिप है उसको पसंद ही आता रहे आपको।
जी लुक, ट्रिप ਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ, ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਾਪਸ ਆਉਂਗਾ ਹੀ ਆਉਂਗਾ, ਇੰਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ। But I can tell you one thing, my little one, he's Sardar, you know, he's have a proper Sikh है ना ਵੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ।
Okay.
So ਮੇਰੇ ਤਾਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਬਾਲ ਕੱਟੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ, so wherever I go with my son and they get to know who I am, ਉਹ ਪੁੱਛ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਜੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆਏ ਜੇ? ਅੱਛਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਧਰ ਪਾਰ ਆਏ ਹੋ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਜ਼ਾਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ ਵੀ wherever I go, I didn't pay a single cent.
The best thing about your trip.
Best thing about how कितनी मोहब्बत कितनी है,
people are giving
and उनके अंदर मोहब्बत कितनी है, वो शायद हमारे से भी ज्यादा कशिश में है, अभी वो हमारे से मिलना चाहते हैं।
Yeah, they want to meet you, they want to talk to you.
Exactly. And इस्लामाबाद में मैं ना गया, वहाँ पे शॉपिंग सेंटर गाला, आई बिलीव इफ आई एम राइट, ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे काफी बड़ा शॉपिंग सेंटर है, वहाँ पे गया तो वहाँ पे कॉफी शॉप, एंड कॉफी शॉप के अंदर एक लड़का काम कर रहा है, मेरे को उसका नाम नहीं पता अनफॉर्चुनेटली, अदरवाइज आई वुड नेम दैट गाय। तो हमने टोटल बिल व्हाटएवर द मनी इट वाज है ना, तो ही पे हाफ, he said I can only afford half. I said why you want to pay half? He said no way, I will pay half.
Okay. He wants to host
you.
He
wants to welcome me. कहते भी हम आपको वेलकम करना चाहते हैं, and there is no any other way I can do much more than that, but this is the way we will do it. और ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਗੇ ਸਰ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾ ਦਿਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਮੈਂ सच में कहूँ तो सच्ची बहुत बड़े, मैं शायद मेरे लफ्ज जो हैं वो छोटे हैं पर मोहब्बत और दिल बहुत बढ़िया है यहाँ पे।
See, this is a good thing about being multicultural and being talkative to people from other religions, other cultures, so it's always very nice and I think ऐसा होना भी चाहिए कि आपकी इंटरेक्शन जो है वो डिफरेंट रिलीजन के लोगों से, डिफरेंट कल्चर के लोगों से हो, ताकि एक जो बैरियर है, एक जो आइस है वो ब्रेक हो।
जी
बिल्कुल
जी। देखो इसका एक ही जवाब दूंगा कि जो पंजाब है ना जी, पंजाब का असली धर्म पंजाबीयत है, तो वो कायम है। ठीक है, पंजाबीयत की सिखाती है भी ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਬੁਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੁਹੱਬਤ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲਣਾ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਵੰਡ ਕੇ ਛਕਣਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰ ਹੀ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਮਜਹਬ ਤਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ,
ਕਲਚਰਸ ਆਰ ਸੇਮ।
ਕਲਚਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਾਂ, ਕਲਚਰ ਆਈ ਕੈਨ ਸੀ ਦ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਲਚਰ ਹੇਅਰ ਮੋਰ ਦੈਨ ਇਨ ਆ ਪੰਜਾਬ।
Achha.
To be very honest, in our Punjab is maybe a moderate. The reason, I'll give you the one example which I love about it. ਲਿਬਾਸ, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਲਿਬਾਸ ਆ, ਉਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਲਵਾਰ ਕਮੀਜ਼, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਕੁੜਤਾ ਪਜਾਮਾ ਉਧਰਲੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਊਡਲੀ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਰਾਈਟ? I can go anywhere and everywhere people are wearing a salwar kameez, kurta pajama paya, whereas in our side they're not, they only maybe wear in occasions, they want to show they are Punjabi. Unfortunately in our side Punjabi movies they are showing a jean and pant and a Punjabi guy, that is not a Punjabi. Punjabi ਸਮਝਦੇ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਪਹਿਰਾਵਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੈ, so which is I would say that is real Punjab.
Yeah, but being good to each other and being nice to each other is what Punjabis are.
100%.
And that's why we are here as well.
Definitely we are here as well. Look, ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੂੰਗਾ ਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਇਹੀ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਆ ਭਾਈ ਜੀ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ, ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੁੱਛਣਗੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੌਣ ਹੋ।
ਲਾਹੌਰ ਤੋਂ, ਲੁਧਿਆਣੇ ਤੋਂ।
ਹਾਂ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਤਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ, ਤੇ ਉਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ,
ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ।
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ। ਤੇ to be honest, loving it.
Good. Okay, so Raman, you went to Australia as an immigrant?
Look, I went to Australia as an international student, and after onwards, like gradually, ਜੋ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਕਠਿਨਾਈਆਂ the phases which I went through it, like, and then become a resident, citizen, whatever you want to call it, and permanently, belong to Australia. So yeah, so that is a
You went as a student,
yes.
and
No,
now you are there on PR, and now you're working as a real estate agent, right?
G. Right now, I'm a citizen of Australia, and I
Okay,
hold
citizen now.
yes, I hold a position called a Justice of Peace in Australia, as well as I run my own business, which is real estate industry,
Yeah.
and we sell the houses, we rent the houses, we build the houses. So three things we do it. We develop as well. If anyone wants to build a house,
Buy or rent or mortgage or something.
look, we have a team which we can refer to the mortgage if anyone wants to be discussed regarding if they have a capability to buy anything. Yeah, definitely we can definitely refer.
Anything related to housing and such stuff. So tell me about housing crisis in Australia now, and before that, let me know what inspired you to come into this field. Like,
Look, I tell you one thing, the business is always in my blood. So I belong to the businessman family,
okay.
and moreover, I want to do something which I love it. Look, people do the job and they maybe change the job after a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years
Mhm.
down the track. The reason only behind is because they don't love what they're doing it. They
Yeah.
don't enjoy it. So, which me, I enjoy selling. I love the real estate. I love the concept, like in and out about the how I can help to the other people to get
To
started.
get their home away
Exactly,
from home. So
exactly. So, which I face is when I came to Australia, there was not on, especially I would say in a Perth, there were very few people, maybe not even like less than a few people, I would
अच्छा.
say, जो थे ही ना के बराबर, which can guide us how to buy the house, which is the right way to do it. Guidance is the main key.
या बिल्कुल, जब आप एज एन इमिग्रेंट जाते हैं, वैसे भी आप एज अ टूरिस्ट भी किसी कंट्री में जाते हैं, सो यू जस्ट लुक अप टू समबडी जो आपको कुछ गाइड कर दे, आपको सही रास्ता दिखा दे,
जी,
स्पेशली घर के मामले में इट्स वेरी सेंसिटिव एज वेल.
100%. देखो, 99.9% our community people, like it doesn't matter ਚੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਲਹਿੰਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ. So ਸਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਹਾਰਡ ਵਰਕਿੰਗ ਹੈ. To be very honest, we work hard, we save money, we ਹੈ ਨਾ ਆਪਾਂ together ਰਹਿਣਾ ਪਸੰਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. And then the only mistake we do it because we are so busy to make a money, we don't know how to get the things right way. Especially ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗਲਤੀ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਘਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ.
अच्छा.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਘਰ ਲੈਣਾ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ. ਸੋ ਦੇ ਜਸਟ ਵਾਂਟ ਵੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਪੈਸਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਗੱਲ ਉੱਥੇ ਆ ਗਈ, ਪਰ ਯੂਟਿਲਾਈਜ਼ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ. ਸੋ ਦੇ ਜਸਟ ਗੋ ਵਿਦ ਦ ਫਲੋ ਵਿਦ ਦ ਅਦਰ ਪੀਪਲ. ਅੱਛਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਦੋਸਤ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ, ਆਈ ਵੁੱਡ ਲਵ ਟੂ ਲਿਵ देयर ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਮੇਰਾ ਦੋਸਤ ਇੱਥੇ
दोस्त
ਰਹਿੰਦਾ,
वहाँ रहता है, हाँ.
ਐਂਡ ਦੋਸਤ ਨੇ 2 ਸਾਲ ਬਾਅਦ ਕਿਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਐਂਡ ਦੇ ਸਟਕ.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਣਾ.
Exactly. So this is what normally happen in Hanabi community ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, which I always educate. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਕਰੋ. ਮੇਰਾ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਜ਼ਮਾਨਾ ਸੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ, ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਗੂਗਲ नहीं थी.
गूगल नहीं था, इंटरनेट इतना एक्सपोजर नहीं था, वीडियोस नहीं थे.
और सबसे बड़ी बात, फोन कॉल्स नहीं थी. I used to do the 25 SMS free. So within 1 month I have to be utilized एक SMS per day. Something like that.
वो था सही परदेस.
हाँ वो था प्रदेश. और मेरे को अभी तक याद है, मेरे बड़े भाई साहब ने मेरे को ना प्रिंट करके दिया मैप. ये दिस इज
अच्छा.
गेट ऑन द ट्रेन, पैरामाटा से ट्रेन
यहाँ
पकड़नी
से
है,
यहाँ जाना.
तो यॉर्क स्ट्रीट ट्रेन स्टेशन पे उतरना है. तो मैं पूरा इट टुक मी 1 hour in a York Street train station to find the building which I want to go. एक्चुअली में मेरे बैक साइड में थे, मैं उसके
मैप देख रहे थे.
पता ही नहीं चल रहा था. सो nowadays the people have an opportunity, the Google is in their hand, the phone is like video call, you don't feel,
and videos भी आपको वो काफी मिल जाते हैं.
and there is no homesickness, to be very honest. At that time, going from Australia to maybe India or Pakistan, it may cost around $2,500.
Yeah.
Which was a huge money at that time. Whereas nowadays it's around $600, $700, $900, $1,500 maximum you can get the tickets. So these are the difficulties at that time. And now हमारे लोगों को समझना चाहिए is the easiest time to make a money.
अच्छा. In real estate?
In every field, but use the brain.
Use the brain.
Use the brain. So जल्दी नहीं करनी चाहिए किसी भी चीज़ को.
So let's discuss about housing crisis in Australia. अब हम देखते हैं कि काफ़ी कंट्रीज़ में ऐसा हो रहा है, और अब ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी बहुत से इमिग्रेंट्स ऐसे हैं कि जब उन्होंने जाना होता है तो उनके पास हाउसिंग नहीं होती, घर नहीं होता, दे जस्ट लैंड देयर. वो एयरबीएनबीज कर रहे होते हैं, वो बहुत एक्सपेंसिव भी पड़ता है. तो आप क्या रिकमेंड करेंगे कि क्या करना चाहिए, और ये हाउसिंग क्राइसिस क्यों है, और ये कब तक सेटल होंगे? व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
देखो हाउसिंग क्राइसिस द रीजन बीइंग द पर्थ वाज ऑलवेज जिसको बोलते हैं ना, भी एक्सप्लोर नहीं की हुई थी सिटी ज्यादातर. Majority of the people used to go to Sydney, Melbourne,
Melbourne,
these sort of
yeah.
cities are the main, and then Brisbane. However, now the migration is all of a sudden come to the Perth, and under construction around 8,000 18,000 buildings are under construction, and there are a lot of people getting a residency as well on the same times. So the first thing as a migrant you will do to buy your own house.
Yeah.
So that is the first reason there is a housing crisis, right? And then the other reason I would say भी हम लोगों को घर क्यों नहीं मिलती है, renting is always available, but it is a competition, right?
हाँ, यही सुनते हैं कि बहुत ज़्यादा वेट है
it
और
is a competition, I would say. The competition in sense of let's say you like the house and you want to move into that house, but आपकी application ही ठीक नहीं होगी. So
अच्छा.
as a being a real estate agent, a property manager, we are not here to teach you how to fill the application.
Like the application which you have to write about your own self.
Your own self, your है ना, आप कौन से वीजा पे हो, why you need that house, how many people are living in that house, आपकी income क्या है, right? And let's say the people those are coming from Pakistan or India or any other part of the country, they are migrating to Australia and they are not a local worker over there. They don't
Yes.
have wages and they don't have anything.
They're just new.
They are very new, and how they gonna get the house? Just write down the 6 months advance, 3 month advance.
Oh yes.
Right, so that will
Basic
attract.
thing.
Yeah, so that will attract the application.
Yeah.
The only problem comes if we don't write anything.
We don't want to write actually.
We don't
We
want to write.
want that the agent does the work, he does everything, just he gave us the key
Yes.
और हम just move on कर
तो
जाएं.
ये बात समझने की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है भी, क्योंकि जो सिस्टम है वो सिस्टम ऑटोमेशन होता है, वो ऑटोमेशन पिक करता है. अगर आप अपनी फिगर्स नहीं डालोगे तो वो बताएगा भी इसके जो आउट ऑफ 10 ही इज ओनली 2% मार्क दिए हैं
Compatible,
उसने,
yeah.
इज नॉट कंपैटिबल, कुछ भी नहीं है इसके पास, तो वो कोई फायदा नहीं है. तो ये सिस्टम ऑटोमेटिकेशन वो आपकी एप्लीकेशन को साइड में रख दे, आर्काइव कर देगा. सो इट्स बेटर टू बी पुट राइट डाउन द एप्लीकेशन एथिकली. आप हर चीज राइट डाउन करिए, और स्पेशली अगर आपके पास कोई इनकम वहां पे नहीं है, जस्ट राइट डाउन हाउ हार्ड टू राइट डाउन आई विल पे द 3 months एडवांस.
Yeah, because when you are an immigrant and आपने मूव किया है तो obviously आपके पास लिविंग एक्सपेंस आप लेके गए, आप ऐसे तो नहीं चले गए.
जी.
So these are the basic things which you find कि यहाँ पे lacking होती है, तो यहाँ पे improvement हो सकती है हाउसिंग
जी.
को करने के लिए.
और वैसे भी अगर आपके पास जॉब है, अगर आपकी जॉब सिक्योरिटी है, आपकी जॉब प्रोफाइल, आप डॉक्टर्स हैं. अब मेरे पास एक ईरान से डॉक्टर आए थे, तो ही वांट टू अप्लाई फॉर द रेंटिंग, बट ही वाज वेरी न्यू टू द कंट्री, एंड बट वी नो ही इज अ डॉक्टर.
So you utilize that.
We of course we can say like
Yeah.
security तो है ना, he's a doctor.
Yeah.
So I asked him, where are you working? He said like, I'm going to work soon in that practice after 1 month.
Yes.
Fine, that is fine, but we know he have a certain income gonna come.
At least convey what you are going to do, what do you have and now, and just put it down, write it down.
जी. और दूसरी एक सबसे बड़ी बात होती है, हमारे लोग एप्लीकेशन अप्लाई करते हैं but they never come to the open homes. So normally what we do is like है ना, let's say कोई घर हमने रेंट पे देना है, we do that 15 minutes open home. ये लोग आए, उसको देखें and application डालें. So majority of the people they apply first and they come have a look the house. So हमारे बंदे क्या करते हैं, they apply it but they never come to the open home.
Why?
So,
Why is that?
because they don't have a time, they are in a job. And how we don't know anybody. As a responsible person to the landlord,
Yeah.
I need to tell to the landlord how the person look like it, how the person is he genuine. You need to judge
what
from
is the personality, and
yeah,
is he really gonna live there, and how many people are there.
100%.
Yeah.
So वो
confidence देना होता है अपने
हाँ,
landlord
तो हम नहीं अगर मिलेंगे तो हम बताएंगे भी कैसे. इवन तो हमने मिलके कौन सा उनको कोई पहचाना है, we don't want to go inside outside, but it's just a normal conversation. We can see this, बंदा कैसा है, is he gonna be is not gonna damage the property or something like that. So फिर वो बाद में फोन करेंगे, हमने एप्लीकेशन डाली थी, I said did you come to the open home? No. So
okay,
what's
fine,
point?
cancel.
Simple, no point to be talking.
या वही बात है ना कि अगर आपका ही काम है और आपको ही घर चाहिए या कुछ भी जॉब चाहिए, घर चाहिए, तो you have to put on an effort first.
100%.
If you are not there, somebody else was there, तो obviously उसके साथ interaction हो गया और
जी,
better chances उसके हो जाएंगे.
और सबसे बड़ी बात मैं यही बोलूँगा आपकी ऑडियंस को, अगर आप यहाँ से रेजिडेंसी लेकर ऑस्ट्रेलिया मूव हो रहे हो, try to be get your own house within a year.
अच्छा, वो किस तरह से हो सकता है मैनेज?
There are look, if you have a job security,
यस।
so the government have a program called a 5% deposit, and you can have a house, I think less than a 650
ओके।
100,000 के अंदर भीतर में आप घर ले सकते हो. So 5% deposit is not a huge thing. Within a year you can, to be honest, you
When
can
you are
manage.
working for like 11 to 12 months, you have been working.
It's an easy task,
It's an easy task.
right? And if you build it, the government will help you with the 10 grand. वो
Okay.
आपको 10,000 ऊपर से देते हैं
कि प्लीज घर बना लो।
घर बना लीजिए. So technically within a 1 year get your own. Don't pay for somebody, whereas you can pay your own mortgage.
See, this is something that I wanted to ask, और मैं हमेशा यही सोचती थी कि क्या आप जब एज एन इमिग्रेंट जाते हैं या आप एज ए स्टूडेंट जाते हैं, वर्क एज ए वर्क वीज़ा पे जाते हैं, तो क्या आप हर वक्त रेंट पे ही रहेंगे? तो ये भी आपने एक बड़ा अच्छा पॉइंट बताया कि 1 साल के अंदर आपका घर हो जाना चाहिए। हैविंग सेड दैट, आपकी इनकम और जॉब स्टेबिलिटी वगैरह है तो।
देखो सबसे बड़ी बात पता क्या होती है, जो हमारे जो माइग्रेंट्स आते हैं वो पीछे का ज्यादा सोचते हैं.
Yes.
To be very honest, look,
True.
we are a hard-working people. If we have a lavish life in our home country,
Why would we move?
exactly, simple as it is. If anybody say like मेरे वहाँ पे ऐसा था वैसा था, like it's all bullshit. We know that. Everybody here.
देखिए, यहाँ से जाना, फैमिलीज को छोड़ के, अपने घरों को छोड़ के,
Yes.
आप क्यों जाएंगे?
100%.
Yeah.
So अगर आप पीछे का सोचोगे ना तो आप अपना $100,000 प्लस का नुकसान करोगे. So within a time, let's say 1 साल का rent 35,000 होता है. Let's say within a 3 years you almost gonna pay $100,000.
Yes.
And then if you think about, buy your own, you already lost a $70,000. Whereas you can own, even though you pay the mortgage, still the principal and capital अगर आप लगाओगे ना, interest and principal अगर आप दोनों combine भी करो, still you will save around a 35,000.
At the end of the day, वो आपका अपना घर होगा.
Exactly.
And then obviously you can earn money from that as well.
100%. And then you can still think about you back home. You can still send the money back
हाँ,
home.
पहले आप घर ले लें, फिर अपने घर पिछले घर के बारे में भी सोच
पिछले घर के
सकते हैं.
कारण ये नहीं है, क्योंकि क्या होता है अभी, nobody likes the moving. Especially when you have a family and your children is going to the one school and you all of a sudden you tell your child to be, let's go from one area to another area, you will have a new friends. How difficult for the children itself it is, because वो उनको adoption करनी एक country से दूसरी country की, first of all it's very hard for them. When they manage it, you change the friend circle.
Yeah.
So that is again, that means you are thinking about yourself. That is so selfish. This is on an average. Then हमारे लोग ये बोलते हैं भी, my child is like, he try to be live by themselves, he don't like to go here and there. The reason is because you kill every single thing.
Yes.
The grass look green on the other side of the edge, that is true, but doesn't mean you dig your own grass. Simple as it is. Dig yourself something which do not copy paste यार कोई,
which is going to be worth it for you and your family.
100%. Yeah.
So कोई ऐसा मुझे इंसिडेंट बताएं. आपके पंजाबी क्लाइंट ज्यादा होते हैं वैसे?
देखो मेरे तो ज्यादातर एक गोरे क्लाइंट है.
खुद रखे हुए हैं कि आप पसंद करते हैं उनके साथ डील करना?
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है भी, देखो पंजाबी क्लाइंट भी बहुत है हमारे. टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, पंजाबी is the most vibrant community and a rich community in abroad. And without them, maybe it's not helpful for me in a business as well, but it's a mix of every single thing. Okay. Right? And respect to the Punjabi community, but definitely respect to the other community as well. Yeah, Irani ho gaye, Vietnamese ho gaye, or Kiwis ho gaye, Australian ho gaye. So there are huge difference, cultural difference, but yes, we manage everything.
Who are easy to deal with?
Australians.
Acha. Why?
Because there is no question to ask.
They know everything already.
No, I mean like, they when they decided to come with you, they don't want to be asked you, क्यों, कैसे, why, ये नहीं हुआ, वो
ना हुआ तो
नहीं हुआ तो तब भी fine है. They do understand that. Yeah. Whereas, let's say if our community people wants to sell the house, it's a little bit hard to educate them because that's a first time process for them. Whereas Australians, they're used to it. They maybe their mom, dad, or sister.
And it's their home country, so they're confident enough, maybe.
They are, but like, look, New Zealanders as well, they're very easy. And I would say.
आप कह रहे हैं गोरे ज़्यादा easy हैं.
Iranis are very easy.
अच्छा.
Right, and a difficult client is Chinese because of the language barrier.
Right,
and Punjabis are, to be honest, they are very easy, but to be honest, negotiation is always there with the Punjabis.
Yeah. हर चीज में श्योरिटी चाहिए होती है ना.
जी जी, but which is okay, you know,
Which
that's
is okay. Obviously, देखा मैं अगर आऊंगी तो मैं भी आपसे बहुत क्वेश्चंस पूछूंगी.
100%.
Obviously.
I think that is what we get paid for,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And आपने सवाल ये पूछा easy कौन है, which we
हाँ.
love to deal with, which is that. But to be honest,
Obviously, as a client,
जी.
you value your every client.
जी.
So, what would you recommend कि जो हम लोग sometimes ऐसे होते हैं Facebook marketplace से भी हमें houses मिल रहे होते हैं या लोग वहाँ claim कर रहे होते हैं कि हम direct owners हैं, so just contact us. तो वो और scam से बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहे होते हैं.
100% scam
क्या
है.
करना चाहिए जब आप offshore बैठे हुए हैं तो क्या उन पे ट्रस्ट कर लेना चाहिए या offshore है जब आप बैठे हैं अभी आपने मूव करना है तो कौन वो जब तक घर नहीं मिल रहा उसके बीच में क्या रिकमेंड करेंगे क्या करें?
First of all, if you know anybody in, you know, in wherever you're going it, contact them.
Okay.
Simple as it is. Why you want to, you know, a lot of scams are happening, to be honest. आप पैसे तो पे कर देते हो, बाद में आपके मिलते नहीं. And there is nothing the government is going to help you out because that is a scam and that has been literally advised by the Australian authority as well. Do not pay to anybody.
Yeah.
But still we doing it because we feel this is the easiest way to do it.
घर बैठ के हमें मिल जाएगा.
घर बैठ में. और वैसे भी अगर आपको let's say you are coming as a migrant, let's say if you are a resident and you want to show to the government this is where you are living, you need a rental agreement and then you need to get your account setting and every single thing, like everywhere you need a documentation. How are you going to get the documentation when you're going to pay to somebody in a Facebook market?
Yes.
Right.
And why is somebody so easy with you without any document? And they do say कि हम कोई personal background checks नहीं करेंगे, so you just pay us.
That is a scam. Yeah, that is a scam. Look, without having your ID, your background check, and you know the police clearance check, there is no way you will get a house.
तो बेसिक जो प्रोटोकॉल है उसमें आपको ये सब डॉक्यूमेंटेशन देने हैं तभी वो रियल और ऑथेंटिक हो.
100-point ID must required. So what is a 100-point ID is like a passport and a driving license.
Okay.
And that is the passport is the international, driving license must be an Australian. Otherwise a bank card or any of the other utilities, you know, it makes around a 100-point ID. But again, अगर आपके पास 100-point ID नहीं भी है, अगर आपके पास only passport है और international ID है, which is sensible, which is okay. But again, you need to go through the right channel.
Yeah.
And if you do not know the right channel, speak to your buddy, whoever in the city.
Or any agent, real estate
agent. 100%.
Yeah.
Approach to them.
Who are, you know, expert in that.
Yeah, you can call me if you guys are coming into the Perth. Yeah.
Name of his company is?
Modern Agency. We are in Malaga. And my number is, you know, she will write it down.
I'll write it down in the description. Yeah. Okay. So, Raman, let me know जब आपने अपना पहला घर लिया
जी
और उसमें आपको क्या डिफिकल्टीज और चैलेंजेस फेस करने पड़े जो आप समझते हैं कि ये जेन्युइन चैलेंजेस हैं और अभी भी लोग वही कर रहे हैं.
अभी भी लोग वही कर रहे हैं. द रीजन बीइंग कहते हैं ना भी आप पंजाबी जी कहावत है गधे ਨੂੰ ਲੂਣ ਦੋ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੰਨ ਪੱਟਦਾ ਉਹ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਹੈ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ तो ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ we try to teach them but they felt it like you know
ये मुझे क्यों बता रहा है.
हाँ तो ये ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਾ बेवकूफ बना रहा है. So technically ये अभी when I bought my first house I built my first house with the builder and there was the scenario was like you know this is the house and land package, fine, absolutely fine, sweet as. But down the track when we go to the pre-start, which is like you know you need to select the things and the selecting of things was totally opposite as compared to the display home.
Oh.
Right. And they say like you know the display home अगर आपको वैसा का वैसा चाहिए it will cost you maybe 150,000
more than what your budget is.
The basics things we're gonna give it to you. The ceilings are basics, taps are basics, everything, carpet is basic, tiles are basic, like A to Z was very basic. And then I realized like you know I felt like you know somebody is ripping me off. But anywho, that was my first experience. अब हम build करते हैं houses, ठीक है. We have a company, we build houses like custom homes. पहली चीज हम यही बताते हैं, we don't do cheap. We do
पहले ही
quality.
mind में रखें.
We do quality. The reason being, if you go to the project builder and a custom builder, there are huge difference. The custom builders, they don't do cheap things. The project builder, they do the cheap. When you go over there, you don't like the cheap stuff and you want to, you know, like some, you know, let's say regarding the taps. If you like the taps which they are giving to you and you like another tap, there's a huge difference.
Yeah, when the things get customized, then obviously you have to pay for the customization as well.
100%, बट जो वो हाई लेवल का देते हैं वो हम
Quality.
बेस लेवल देते हैं.
Yeah.
So that is called a customization. So long story cut in short, yes, you know, we customs home की तरफ ही जाना सीखिए rather than a project buildings. The reason being the custom homes you can hand over, you can build your house and get handover within a 6 to 8 months, whereas in a project homes they have a project around a 300 homes to build it. You might get a keys, you know, handover maybe a 2 years after later, maybe something like that.
Okay.
And you get a better quality with the custom homes. मैं ये नहीं कहता मेरे से आइए, कहीं पे भी जाइए.
But in general, you are giving a good suggestion.
100%, 100%. That is a key point, to be very honest. Yes.
Okay. So we're talking about housing and the crisis and all such stuff. तो आप मुझे बताएं कि जब हम एक CBD में तो obviously things get expensive and suburbs में थोड़ी less expensive होती हैं, तो what is the difference between the houses? उनमें भी quality का difference होता है, क्योंकि rental का तो difference I think होता ही है.
There are the suburbs which is near to the city. They are not expensive. There are the suburbs which are a little bit far than a city, CBD, which is very expensive. The reason being the schooling.
What?
Schools.
Okay.
So wherever the good schools, the suburbs itself have their own value. So the rental, even though buying, you will pay a prime price. And we call it a golden circle. Now, in a golden circle, you will never get anything cheap. That's because of the
Can you recommend any golden suburbs to
100% Nedland, Dalkeith, Peppermint Grove, Claymont, Mount Pleasant, Applecross. These are the golden suburbs. There are multiple more, but these are the main.
Less expensive than the...
Look, I would say like जो हमारे जितने आते हैं migrants, they normally go a little bit far. I would recommend in Perth, which is like a white man area, which is called a Dayton, Brabham. These are the good suburbs. In the south side, it's called a Piara Border, Harrisdale. And a very up north side is called Alkimos, Show Heaven. And these sort of suburbs are very nice because of the schooling itself as well.
Okay. So, talking about rental again, any of the weirdest or funniest or any kind of incident that you have ever felt कि landlord और जो क्या कहेंगे किरायादार हैं उनके बीच में कोई ऐसी लड़ाई हो गई हो या कोई इंसिडेंट हो गया और आपको पता हो कि आपने ही वो डील कराई थी, तो कभी ऐसा हुआ कोई डील खराब हो गई हो?
Because every day I practice a new things, to be very honest. But our most funniest part is like, I have one landlord. Yeah. And he said it like his house is beautiful. Look, no disrespect to any house, but according to him, it's a beautiful house.
Because it's his house.
Yes, and he want to rent it out. He lives in eastern side of the country. So he said like every single thing is in the working condition. So I did the inspection, and throughout the inspection we find out the aircon is not working. He said like no, aircon is working. You need to change the cell. I said okay. It's like another drive to go back to change this, the remote control cells and all stuff. Whereas I said to the अपना tenants को मैंने बोला भी आप खुद ही remote के cell change करिए. It's working. And then he make a video. He said like it's not working.
Yeah.
And then I called the landlord. I said like, mate, what's going on? And he'd be like, just get the service done. And then I called the service guy, and there is no aircon.
Oh my god. Maybe जब वो रहता था तो तब होगा.
And you know what? There is only a face of the aircon, but there is no unit. And he'd be like, किस चीज की सर्विस करने आया हूँ भाई? यहाँ पे तो aircon ही नहीं है.
Oh
and
god.
I said to him, I said, you know that there is no aircon.
And you didn't tell me, and you are adamant that ये होगा सही.
And you know what? And the guy, charge him a call out fees, which is around $200.
Oh.
Because he said like, you guys waste my time. You need to pay the $200.
Obviously, he will ask for the money.
And we apparently he have to. Then he started like, oh, I didn't know that. I said, look, again you are telling me lie. More you be honest with me, I will be more honest with you.
The deal would be better, like
exactly.
in good condition.
100%. And I feel sorry for the tenant, but we're trying to, these are the daily practice.
तो आपके लिए भी learning हो गई कि मैंने पहले खुद भी देख लेना चाहिए.
नहीं, हमने inspection करी है. We find out it's not working, but we don't find out where is the unit.
अब आप दीवारों के अंदर भी देखें.
क्योंकि normally क्या होता है, sometimes there are the units like the back end of the aircon on the side of the wall or something like that. In Australia, sometimes that is in the roof as well.
Now you know that.
Yes. So उसको लगा जिसने 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 इंस्पेक्शन करी they may be in the roof, we cannot go to the
Yeah,
roof,
obviously.
you know, we can do the inspection inside outside but not onto the roof. So but
These kind of things happens.
this is like every day, you know, something going on. Yeah, so long story cut and short, that was the most funniest, I would say.
Weirdest.
And then still till now we are dealing with it, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not over yet.
No, it's not over yet. Till now we are dealing with it. Yeah.
So I think जब तक उनका contract रहेगा, you have to deal with that.
100%. So yeah, hopefully we'll fix every single thing. Yeah.
Okay, so the modern agency, tell us about that. कैसे आपको आइडिया आया कि अब मैं अपनी ही एक कंपनी बिल्ड, आपने मुझे बताया यू लाइक टू डू बिजनेस, बट उसको आपने बिल्ड किया बाय योर ओन और डू यू हैव योर अदर पार्टनर्स एज वेल? So tell us about that.
Look, the modern agency was a little baby, to be very honest. It was just a thought at that point. After working in a commercial industry, residential industry, so I always want to do something for myself, to be very honest. But कभी कभी होता भी हिम्मत पड़ती कम होती है, because you need there is a fuel is in there but there is no light, to be honest. वो light की ज़रूरत थी. So of course there is a woman behind every single man, you know, every single successful man, to be very honest. And
I like this.
Of course every single unsuccessful man as well, there is a woman.
कोई बात नहीं, दोनों चीजें हो सकती हैं.
Right. So but to be very honest, in a successful industry, yes, there is a woman behind it. So which is my woman. I just share the idea with her and I say, like, you know, she pushed me a lot. She said, no, you can do it, you can do it. To be very honest, and thanks to the God, and we made it, to be very honest. And then
And it's going good.
It is going very good. We are very busy, we are going very good, and we have a team of 6 people. They all different nationalities.
Okay.
And we're gonna grow more. It's not
Hopefully.
like, yeah, definitely we will grow more, and this is what we aim at. And we don't go for the franchising model, which, you know, we can get the franchisee with the big brand, but we try to do our own brand. And I want to build my own brand.
Okay.
It's not, look, to be very honest, it's not me, it's my team. Without team, I'm nothing.
Yeah, one single person can't do everything.
No, cannot, because you need an honest team. I have a very good team which I can trust, and they are managing every single thing throughout the day. Even though I'm in Lahore, their agency is still running. And they are the one who is running it, and they're looking after my phone calls, my emails, and communicating with me all throughout the day, what's going on. This is, without him we cannot do it, and I'm thankful to have that sort of team.
All the very best for your venture, and I really wish कि आपका ये जो काम है ये बहुत फले और फूले, और आपको आपके क्लाइंट्स मिलते रहें पंजाब से कहीं से भी, और अगर पंजाबीज आपके पास आएं तो उनको क्या फायदा होगा?
ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਆਓਗੇ, ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਬੋਲਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੂਗੀ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਇਹ ਹੋਗਾ। ਮਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਡੀਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ। ਤੇ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਆ ਗਈ ਵੀ look, we are always here to help you guys. Not only limited to, you know, let's say if you guys are selling, yes, definitely we can do something better than anybody else, but I cannot commit anything, because end of the day we are humans, we made the mistake. But trust me, mark my words, you're not going to be regret.
Hopefully. Yes. So thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. I really love talking to you, and a person who is Indian born, living in Australia, having an Australian citizenship in Pakistan, in my studios. I really feel so blessed, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Last but not least, कोई एक मशवरा दे दें। हमने वैसे तो बहुत ज़्यादा मशवरे दिए, आपने कोई एक लास्ट बात जो आप हमारे पॉडकास्ट के थ्रू ऑडियंस तक पहुंचाना चाहें, a little message, anything or anything you want to say to anybody?
100% जी, मैं सभी को एक ही बात बोलूँगा, जिंदगी छोटी सी है, live your life and live your life, मोहब्बत करो, सब नू मोहब्बत करो, ठीक है, चाहे वो नेचर है, चाहे वो ह्यूमन है, चाहे वो एनिमल्स है, love everybody because life is too short and live your life. एंड आज चुगलियां मुगलियां तो निकलो, बाहर आ जाओ, बाहर निकलो, अपने आप में एंजॉय करो। जी,
थैंक यू सो मच,
थैंक्स अ लॉट, थैंक्स फॉर हैविंग मी, रियली अप्रिशिएट। It's a time for a coffee.
Yeah.